Alright. Let's see here. And we are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Alright, the overlay is working. We're all set and ready to go. Alright. Came on a little later than planned, but, you know, so far so good. The Wrath of the Righteous stream will end early before the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, but... And then I'm going to start debating what my next game is. I'm not gonna get on it right away, but still. Alright. You can switch between real-time and turn-based modes at any moment, even in the middle of combat. Alright. First things first, level up everybody. Camellia. Just keep up with the usual levels. Hold on. Duelist. She needs to dodge feat and combat mobility. Alright. Next up, Waldriff. Level up. Combat casting, sure. Haste and heroism. Okay. Next up, Daemon. Another Oracle. I'm surprised he's an Oracle and not the Possessed Oracle. But whatever. Spell penetration, combat healing. And blessing of luck and resolve. Resist energy communal. And he's good to go. And last we have Reginald. Who's just taking levels as a Hell Knight. Alright. With them all out the way. Let's head out. Yeah, should be fine. Hey man, how you doing? Oh, hey Trustius. So far, I'm doing okay. Hanging in there, you know? Yeah, late. There were car trouble issues, and on a spot of bad news, the house hunting continues. The house we decided to look at, thankfully, it's considered mandatory to give a inspection of the house. Because after we had the inspector give a professional look at it, it's like it was a piece of shit. And so now we're back at it, having to find another place to go for. It's like, god damn it. No, But that's about it for how I'm doing. How are you doing? Back at my place, I can resume breaking my mind with how to play a witch. Oh, congratulations! Sorta. I don't think you should be breaking your mind with coming up with a character build. Alright. Now, let's see. Right, there's the leper's smile to deal with. So, let's go. There's somebody nearby. Alright, let's see. Onward and upward.
A bright future awaits us.
Yet another obstacle.
Nice try. Didn't work though.
Alright.
Nice try. Didn't work though.
Oh, right. I remember this. This is the kobold. Come to my camp if you want to talk. I have much to share with you, a friend. Drawn on the back of the note is a map with cross lines marking a spot. The thing is, I want to play a spontaneous witch, but not having a standard attack, and the lack of a familiar put me in trouble. Wait, hold on. Outside of the stigmatized witch, what was the other witch that... There's two witches that are spontaneous casters. But you're saying that... Oh, right. The other one's the one that doesn't have the familiar. I just don't remember what it's called. Alright. Leyline Guardian. That's a witch? Leyline Guardian sounds like a druid. Alright, here goes nothing. Enter leper smile. Alright. Danger and distress rest heavy upon the scales, their measure soaring on the perilous march to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the bank of the West Selling. Scarred with canyons and ravines, suddenly a group of scouts returns. Anivia, the leader of the group, makes two urgent signs to the soldiers: wait and quiet. Hmm? It's a good class that pairs really well with Winter Witch. Just how do I make it work my way is the problem. Well, what way is your way? Let me keep this up. She dashes through the ranks to the commander who awaits her report. We're in trouble, she whispers. The road ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we'll have to go down and then up the other side. But the canyon is swarming with foul creatures, the Scavers. A real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Looked like a caravan of refugees from Canaris that lost its way. No one has ever reported the Scavers so far from the center of the whirlwind. Where did they come from? Anivia bites her lip. They still haven't noticed us, but that won't hold true for long. Maybe if we retreat quietly. The commander makes a sign for her to stop. Find out what else is known about the enemy. Those nasty little critters. They can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing. Anivia says in a rush. Oh, hold on, my job's calling me. And now we're back. Where was that? I'll just start over. Those nasty little critters, they can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing. Anivia says in a rush. They got a queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror, but if we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter, and we'll take care of the rest of them somehow. After hearing his scout's report, the commander prepares to convene a council to determine a plan of action. The commander and his companions convene a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there is no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. None utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. A swarm of omnivorous beasts that just happens to be in the army's path. Someone has arranged this for their own nefarious ends. Rustling, grating, squeaking, humming, everyone hears the voice of the swarm. Though the sky before the army remains clear, for now. How long until it is darkened by the flying spawn of the abyss? An idea, a decision, straight and sharp like a soldier's sword, appears in their minds. The Crusader Council grows grim. One unit must act as live bait and lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear the path to the Vescaver Queen. The commander will rush the monster, killing her quickly before the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. The main issue is the portrait. I don't have a portrait that screams witch, at least not a male one, so I have to compromise to an extent. I could maybe take a kitsune. I always did want to play that race, or maybe a noble tiefling witch. That could work. Alright. The warlock from Kingmaker, the tiefling from Kingmaker's portraits, he works. Just because of how he acts, like you could see somebody like that being like making a deal with an evil patron, or any patron really. Any spellcaster, any portrait that shows a spellcaster can honestly work for the witch. Oh, just about. I mean, there's that one that looks like he has a weapon, a sword in hand, and it looks like he's casting a spell. He doesn't work, but any other spellcaster one looks like they could work. There's the one with the guy that has like white hair and is folding his arms while he has like a stream of magic coming from a wand. He could work. Let's see. Who else? You can grab the Azamar. Any Azamar can, like, portrait looks like they could work as a, well, except for the one wearing armor, the Mendel. He doesn't work. Actually, no. You probably get away with using anything as a witch. Depends on the build. But yeah, the Tiefling one looks like the best option. Alright, let's continue on. Oh yeah, no, that male Kitsune, he would work. Alright, continue. A dark question looms. Who will lead the fateful squad and be consumed as bait? In moments of extreme stress, one often says one thing while meaning quite another. These hidden words often reveal many a curious thing. And what do we see here? Erebeth nobly states, I am an officer best suited for the mission. But in truth, she means, I cannot burden another with my responsibility. Mendel, send me. Nora the historian emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than swords and armor. While she speaks, she thinks, I need to prove myself. The Queen has yet to disclose her presence and watches quietly from a distance. The commander thinks that he should... Look into the faces of your companions. The Hell Knight Regil steps forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armor and strips the flesh from our bones. But his motives are plain. My superiority over the Crusaders will not permit me to cower behind them. I've eaten so many bugs in my life, it's only fair I get to give them a chance at revenge. The mongrel Lan hides his fear in plain sight. I'm a dead man walking already. A life such as mine is worthless. And silently he begs for more. Sacrifice me, or give me a chance to prove myself. The ones who distract the swarm will need a healer. Socio is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the Vescavers alive. The rest of the council remains silent, and this silence is filled by a chorus of, there are others better suited, and the commander needs me alive. Does the commander hear these unspoken words? What will they lead him to decide? The faithful troop will be led by... The Kitsune portrait, what bothers me is that it has a staff. But Octavia also had a staff in her portrait, but never really used one, so not a big issue. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Who should I send? I'm gonna try to keep Len and Socio in this party. Let me see what happens if I send Regil. No, wait. Or Erebeth. You know what? I'll send Erebeth. Maybe the paladin will have something to help her survive. The commander and his party disappear among the rocks, preparing to slip down into the canyon, while the swarm is distracted by their bait. A tight-lipped Anivia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. Irabeth looks over the volunteers who will follow her on this most dangerous of missions. Focused yet calm, she lays out their offensive, grateful for the chance to face true danger instead of boring office work. But is this driven by bravery or blind conceit? The soldiers tread fearfully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon ahead. The rift that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles in thousands upon thousands of voices. Vescavers gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack at any moment. The soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabris. A few straggling Vescavers wriggle inside the dead man's gaping chest, tiny larvae in greenish shells, all shuffling legs and hinging jaws. They don't seem menacing at all. But then the rasping noise stops for a moment, and a high vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of a blackish-green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act has come. The leader of this fateful squad shouts that they shall fight to the bitter end. Vescavers fall from the sky onto the huddled troops. Irabeth's eyes flash as the first soldier screams in pain. She is near enough to heal her companion's wounds and clenches his shoulder. "Hold on!" she cries, but her voice is drowned in a wave of whispering, rasping Vescavers descending upon the troops. There's nothing to protect them from the deadly insect's jaws, and some will surely die. But encouraged by their leader, they refuse to allow the spawn of the abyss to cloud their minds. Temporary success holds no true hope for the fateful troop. Their foe is no great beast, but a million ravenous creatures bringing with them the eternal hunger of the abyss. To fight them was to cry upon the wind. Their only hope was to rely on their commander and hope that he was preparing to slay the Swarm Queen. What was happening down in the canyon at this very moment? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. And yeah, let's go. Spots of light and shadow dance along the walls of the canyon. High above your head a swarm gathers, dark as a rain cloud. There are so many Vescavers that they block out the sun. Luckily, you've escaped the attention of the swarm, which is focused upon the troops you're using as bait. For now, at least. With a tired gesture, Anivia wipes the sweat and dust from her forehead. There's anxiety in her eyes. "Commander, the beast we've come for is on the other end of the main corridor. There's a lot of burrows and plenty of beasts in them, but you better not delve too deep. Our people won't hold out long enough for us to clear the whole area. On the other hand, I saw the bodies of some poor caravaneers down on the upside holes. They have some valuable stuff on them. The bugs will eat anything we don't grab. They can't tell the difference between flesh and steel. Did you manage to find anything? Did you manage to find out where these beasts came from?" "I'm not sure, but there are clear signs of a ritual closer to the queen bug's lair. And they're fresh. Maybe somebody summoned the scum specially for us. The demon filth figured out that we're never going to let Canabris go." Too bad we don't have a magic specialist who could figure out what those runes mean. The word magic specialist brings Nenio out of her reverie. Huh? What? I am a specialist. I'll get to the bottom of this. What happened? Alright, can you tell me anything useful about the monster? I have never fought these before, so I don't know much. She's a nasty beast. She spits acid and summons her spawn from all around the area. One more thing. When I tried to get closer, I started feeling sick as a dog. I guess like a lot of demons, she knows how to get inside your head. Well, great. Huge, hungry, head-spinning, acid-spitting bugs. And I thought the Crusades were all about the pretty armor and the tasty rations, and sometimes saving beautiful maidens in white dresses from dumb demons. Oh, how interesting. Sounds like a Vescaver queen. An exceedingly rare creature, I must say. I'm looking forward to an encounter to conduct the experiment. The world must know what is more dangerous, mandibles snapping shut on one's hand or acid eating away at one's skin. Sometimes I wonder how you're still alive. Let's move. Good luck. I'm right behind you, covering your back. I'll catch up when it's time to deal with the queen. Alright, let's see.
No reason to pause.
Use that.
I will see this through.
Use Bless. Is there any other spells I can use that might help me here? Remove Fear, maybe? Let's see. What's this? This is the meal. Cast Bless.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
You're a good person. I
Yeah,
like
you start using mage armor on the horse.
Are we ready to move out?
Yeah, use mage armor on yourself. Then use one on Ember and
Meditate on your mistakes.
Ember. This one on Line. Alright, aside from that,
Stand ready.
yeah, good. Cast Bark Skin on yourself. I don't know what other buffs to cast. Oh, right, Socio.
The world has suffered enough.
Sadly, I don't have Resist Energy Communal. Would have been nice, but I just forgot to cast it.
Our time has come.
Cast Bark Skin on. Who else doesn't have natural armor bonuses right now? You do, so I won't cast it on you. I guess cast it on. Yeah, cast it on Social and Milkshake.
The goddess protects us.
Alright, yeah, that's it. We're pretty much good to go.
Not falter.
I will help
Cast
where I
those.
can.
You're saddled up.
You
Oh,
are my favorite aide.
cast haste. And that's it. Alright.
They will break against our resolve.
Alright, before anything else, I now have the new item. Perfumed Handkerchief. This thin handkerchief It has an unusual odor, sweet with an odd hint of sharpness, like the air before a storm. It seems to have been dipped in perfume or some aromatic substance. I could grab the one, what is it? I could grab the monk armor, but I'm not trying to be greedy this run.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Together, we stand.
Yep, charge him down.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Oh, right.
We'll make things right.
Cast healing on the poor horse. One more piece of healing on the horse.
Yes.
That should be enough.
We march ahead.
Oh. No, this is just bodies. Again, that's just looting bodies. Alright, here we go. The bottom of the canyon is split by a narrow crevice, about one stride across at its widest. It's easy enough to jump over, or in places even step across. The obstacle doesn't seem a problem, or even particularly notable. But as you draw closer, you hear a terrible droning sound coming from the crevice. It seems to be howling, as if it's alive. Can't fail. Perception 17, you got a plus 17 bonus. Look into the crevice. You stare into the darkness of the void, trying to make out where the strange sound is coming from. Not all at once, but your eyes pick out the contours of a body in the darkness. Someone small, perhaps a gnome, a halfling, or a child, rolled up in a ball at the bottom of the chasm under a stone ledge. He's crouched down, his head to his knees, and he's hugging his legs tightly. It appears to be one of the caravaneers caught by the swarm. He's crying aloud, one continuous tone, and it strengthens as it echoes through the crevice, building into something truly haunting. I can't see very clearly from here, but I'm sure that poor lad won't last long without help. But every moment we delay, our people will suffer terribly. Shellen saved me from such choices. No one can save us from such choices. No matter what we do, someone will suffer, always. Alright, athletics, 13. Alright, call out to the crying man. Answering your voice, the caravaneer looks up. It's a young halfling. The light coming from above reveals a pale, wounded face. The scaver still wriggling in the poor fellow's eye sockets. A moment later, the halfling drops his head again and continues to cry. He hasn't the strength to do more. Phinia. We can't abandon him. He's still alive, and the living must be saved. If only I had a rope, I'd pull him out in no time. Try to help the caravaneer get out. I need a 7. I need a 7 or higher to save him. Poor guy. Oh. Oh, wow. I got a 17. Alright. Not without effort, you manage to clamber down to the bottom of the crevice, tie the halfling with a rope, and pull him up. He doesn't resist, but he's little help either. Dangling helplessly like a puppet, the Vescavers inhabiting his eye sockets seem to have eaten their fill, and you easily pull them out and crush them. Their victim sits on the ground and continues to cry, and the sound begins attracting unwanted attention. You hear the humming of disturbed Vescavers above. A mass of them separates from the main swarm and flies towards you.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
The halfling you pulled from the crevice didn't move at all as you fought the onslaught of Vescavers. He's still lying on the floor crying. Heal the poor lad. I'll heal you and come back for you later. Magic can heal the Caravanier's wounds, but not his mind. For now, there's nothing more you can do for him. He seems scarcely aware of your help, and his crying and shrieking continues. A moment later, you hear another scream from overhead. There it is. Leaning precariously over the ledge of the crevice above, one of your men falls to the bottom and dies upon the rocks. The other soldiers, now serving as bait, are up there desperately fighting for their lives and yours. Alright, I get it. Oh, right.
Oh, yes, what?
Ba, L. PT.
Let's see here. Vescaver Queen. Whoops. Slow down, everybody. Alright.
Together we stand.
Let's try refresh a few buffs.
Anything new?
Add displacement onto you. And another one onto you.
My will is resolute.
Let me see. We'll put another. Oh wait, no. You already have bull strength. Yeah, so I'll put bull strength onto Socio. And another one onto Mendel. Is there any other buffs to give? No.
Sid is restless. I wonder why.
We'll throw heroism onto Milkshake. And you. Delay poison. Oh, no. I don't have delay poison communal, so I guess no. What else?
This war must end. You require my unbiased opinion?
Yeah. Use this, Blinding Ray, as your auto attack for the time being. And put that up.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Put protection against acid. Right, and we're going to cast. Let's see, what's the best one here? Air elementals, maybe? Earth? Earth. He puts the earth elemental up. I'm gonna have you use the tankard of free spirit. Once that earth elemental comes out, we go in. Oh. While we wait for the earth
You're a
elemental.
good person. I like you.
Seela,
We will win this war.
use channel energy. Alright. Huh, the elemental's up. Alright, let's go.
Our path leads on.
Begone, fiend!
Rely on me.
Charge. The horse also charge.
Let us not
Mindel charge. And let's get this going.
I'm ready to move out.
No, you're good.
We must stop this war. There's no hope, only us. The gods have abandoned. What was I saying just now? Wanna play together?
Ember, spam Scorching Ray. That's everybody.
I'm all ears. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Perfect strike.
We won't fall here. I
And
swear
then
it.
you reset. Alright, what else? Mindel already attacked, so I'll have Mindel start using inflict serious poison.
just a little more.
Okay. Heal up Mindel. Never mind. You went down pretty quick. Alright. Or she. Okay. Unleashing her last shriek, the Swarm Queen slumps to the ground. Immediately, as if by magic, the distant sounds of battle begin to subside. Several small beasts sit on their mother's body, sinking their mandibles into it. The canyon drowns in the waves of scent, a sweet soporific with a hint of bite, like the crackle in the air before a storm. I can't breathe. I need some fresh air. Get me out of this disgusting hole. I've been taught to see beauty in the most unexpected places, but this creature is simply disgusting no matter how you look at it. Lan looks askance at the queen's carcass. The mongrels in the caves under Canabras could eat that, I guess. Anivia approaches the Swarm Queen's body. Her face clearly expresses a desire to kick the dead beast, but she refrains. Just a brainless bug, and so many of our people died because of her. Just yesterday, I was sitting by the fire with some of the people the swarm devoured. Suddenly, Anivia stops. Her nostrils flare, and her eyes scan the floor and the walls of the canyon. She squats, pokes at some lumps of slimy substance, lifts some up and looks more closely, smells them, and cringes. Anivia, is something worrying you? Aha. Anivia rubs a ball of greenish slime in her hand. I bet my life that your gear had this nasty stench when we were entering the canyon. I saw the queen bug spraying it around to summon her spawn to her. By the way, did you know that smells are extremely effective in attracting attention not only in the insect world? For example, a tavern keeper in Canabras can, for 10 minutes, purposefully and doggedly search for a rotten fish that turns out to be in the pocket of his apron. Let's see if we can find the source of that smell among my equipment. You and Anivia search through your things and quickly find the source of the smell. A thin handkerchief. Looks like it's been soaked in something like the Swarm Queen slime. Perfumed handkerchief. I'll be damned. When the queen was spraying this sweet-smelling goop around, the swarm flew to it like flies to jam. The chewed-up bodies of the caravaneers smelt like this too. I checked. Commander, I think some rat planted that handkerchief on you to ensure that the Vescavers would find you. The demons did this. They placed this swarm in our way and made sure I couldn't avoid the ambush. Nah. I can be good, but I don't have to be that naive. Looks like I have enemies in Mendev, and someone has decided to get rid of me. True, nobody likes upstarts. If you knew what Erebeth's allies hissed behind her back when she was appointed head of the Eagle Watch. Anivia spits. Anyway, we need to keep our eyes open. The handkerchief could have been planted here by magic, but take it from a professional paranoic. I think we've got a rat in our camp. In Canabris, we squashed the cultists time and time again. But they were like maggots in a dead hog. Some could have infiltrated our forces too. We have to keep our eyes open and our guard up. It's time we got back to our people. I say we destroy the queen's body. I've heard the little bugs who eat the flesh of their mother can be reborn as swarm queens themselves. That's the last thing we need, right? Evil. No, we don't choose evil here. Fine, Anivia, get rid of the beast body. Great. Cleaning up after a fight is just what I like. We'll start here, and little by little we'll clean up the entire world room. Right, I've decided I'm gonna play the tiefling portrait. That should work fine. Good luck! And away it goes. We won't need to focus on the magic anymore. Right. Anivia, Commander, what a relief. You're alive. I saw the swarm begin to thin and ran to you immediately. She pauses to catch her breath. Erebeth approaches somberly and raises her eyes burning with bitterness. I made a mistake, and my people paid for it with their lives. I'm glad that's over. What happened up there can't be described in words, but you were the one who carried the day, Mendel. Luckily, our losses are not as great as we feared. Not many are even wounded. But if you'd been a moment later, I'm afraid to imagine what might have happened to us. Unfortunately, the insect's acid ruins what was left of the caravan. Of course, I sympathize with those who perished, but we could have used their gear. I couldn't let my people die while I was looting corpses that the bugs had left behind. What matters is that everything's over and we won. What are we going to do now? Since you're here, please take a look around. I found some painted runes and the traces of something that seemed like a ritual. We need to figure out what this is. Easily done. Nora leans over the magic symbols painted on the stone. I'm no mage, unfortunately, but I'm in the habit of thoroughly documenting all descriptions of rituals and symbols from magic books, especially demonic ones. Someone very recently opened a portal to the abyss here and summoned someone. It's not difficult to figure out who they summoned. She's lying dead right there. I can guess who carried out the ritual. Handwriting is unique, even when it comes to runes. I examined the Grey Garrison after your success, documenting everything I found for Queen Galfrey. And I'm sure that the hand that drew the rune circles was the same in both instances. It's the work of the same spellcaster. Right? Clever. To set a trap and exhaust us instead of fighting us openly. Sure. Clever. We shouldn't be afraid of demons. We lived through this little trap, didn't we? We'll overcome the next one too. We just need to keep forging ahead. Well, since we finished off the swarm, and we know someone is giving us trouble, I suggest we get out of here. I'm done with bugs. Alright.
I'm always open to ideas.
Let's see. A huge runic circle has been drawn on rock, probably with blood. Alright, that's it. We go down.
No reason to pause.
I mean, there is, but let's charge them anyway.
To battle, my friends!
Alright, heal up. Actually, no. It's just Mendel that needs healing, actually. Loop. Bloodstained letter. Whatever. Move in here. Boulder covering a secret tunnel.
I will
And
help where I can.
there's the undead.
A bright future awaits us.
Alright.
I found something.
Actually, wait, no. See, that's the one who has
We
the
will
highest
win this
trickery.
war. This was simple enough.
Alright. see. Gotta worry about.
The
Oh,
world has suffered enough.
just
Together
use
we
divine
stand.
favor to get ready for the fight ahead.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Right. Let's wait for.
Ba er ti. Together we stand.
Charge the undead for a quick assault.
I will see this through.
They will break against our resolve. Go.
It's pretty quick and easy to kill the undead when you see them coming. Yeah. Belt of Dexterity +2. Who benefits from Dex in this party? Technically Mendel can. Not really. Sela. No, horse can wear a belt, but it's like the biggest amount of redundancy. He's already got one. I suppose I could give it to Ember. She casts range spells all the time as well, so she can actually benefit from this. Alright. Save. And on. On we go.
Something over there.
Oh, the wand is Sicarius.
You won't survive me.
Do not fear. Do not.
No, Mendel, go over to that. Alright. Here we go. As soon as your fingers touch the wand, a surge of energy courses through your body. A howling choir of restless souls deafens your very thoughts. Green light pours from your eyes. It can rend soul from body if you so much as will it. The wand vibrates in your hand like it's alive, but no, it is certainly not, as you realize with amazing clarity. But there's definitely something inside, and it's studying you closely. You don't even entertain it, because it's time to be as good as possible. Break the ominous item. A biting pain runs through your fingers. The wand clatters to the stone floor, breaking in two. The sound seems grim and menacing, like the tolling of a funeral bell. Whatever was hiding in the wand, it did not appreciate such disrespectful thoughts. Let's see. The green light fades as quickly as it arose. The choir of the dead quiet their howls. The power slips away, even as every part of your body protests against it. You vividly realize how fragile and fickle mortal flesh is. And you just keep going with the fight. I'm suffering a negative level for a minute. All that aside, massive claw, judging by its size and color, it once belonged to a silver dragon. Elven curve blade. Cursed Kalaf. Broken wand of Zacharias. The wand is ruined. If ever there was magic within it, it escaped through its cracks like water into sand. It's of little interest to mages now, only collectors. Vessel of relics. The vessel is empty, but there's a scented oil on the sides. The outside of the vessel is covered with the great themes praising Iomedae. Whatever. Loot taken by thieves from the Tower of Lestrade.
I will guide us.
Charcoal soot and the remains of a greasy looking liquid, possibly traces of burnt oil.
Godspeed.
Alright. Well, all this aside. +2 sword. Yeah, I'll take that for a while. Maybe not. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you again to everyone who joined me on this quick run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
Quick run?
Yeah, this was actually quick. Alright. I will be going on, like I said, I'm going to be going on to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and I hope to see you all then. And until then,